Okay, so we should address this. Why talk about periods?
Because we have periods and we can talk about them, right? But it's mainly because we would love to bring the awareness that periods should not be a taboo subject. For many generations, women did not talk about their periods. There was no sexual education. You want me to speak about my experience? The gist of my conversation with my mother when I got my period was pretty much, to sum it up, keep your legs closed and don't talk to boys. And that was all I learned. Oh. And, I love my mother, but there was absolutely no education. Mm-hmm. And we didn't have sex ed in school. Therefore, I had to learn on my own. I had to figure it out. I couldn't talk to my mother whether my heavy periods at the time as a young teenager were something normal to handle, to have, and how was I to address them. Was there something to do, to change? Was it my fault? Mm-hmm. Or did it just happen to every woman? So because a lot of people are having these kind of issues, I think it's a good idea to bring the subject up, to discuss, to break the taboos and welcome how should I say, interactive conversation. Yeah. Hopefully bring it up to you as audience, and maybe some of you will have will be brave enough to share your stories, and then we can go through every one of them and break down what is normal and what is not normal.
Well, and you said to me last time we met that you posed it as a question, which is, who is benefiting from women being in misery? I don't know. And I mean, honestly, there are some answers to that, right? But we actually don't have to live in misery. And I think that's something that will be so freeing to so many women. Like thinking about how many friends I have whose lives are a train wreck during their period or the week before, and how much that prevents us from enjoying our lives. I had a roommate in college who had a terrible week leading up to her period and a terrible period. And that meant that she only really enjoyed 50% of her life.
Right.
And yet, from her employer's perspective, from her school's perspective, that wasn't their problem. And that was just something she's supposed to endure as women. And so now I think so much has changed so rapidly in culture that we can really be quite more open about this. And so that's why we're talking about periods, because I think that for a process that humanity depends on to perpetuate itself, we do not provide a commensurate amount of respect or care or information to those people who are enduring those processes for the good of the world. Fortunately, we have an expert here who can help us improve our experiences. And so we're looking forward to bringing that to you.
Thank you. I don't think of myself as being an expert, but I'm just sharing my limited knowledge with you.
Yeah. Limited knowledge, right? So that's our why. And you can stay tuned for some more info as we go along.
Thank you for listening.